Hi, I'm Francesca, and this is going to be an analysis of my media consumption habits. Over the course of this day, I tracked all the times that I intentionally used media, which was a shocking 29 separate occasions. On these occasions, I took in social media, YouTube, podcasts, and Netflix. The first social media I'll be discussing is Twitter. Twitter is definitely my most frequently used media, as I used it almost every single time that I took in media intentionally. I use Twitter primarily for entertainment purposes, and I check it almost every time I go on my phone. For me, ethically, Twitter doesn't imply very much because I mostly use it to look at funny tweets or funny pictures and keep in touch with friends. I also don't see that many sponsored posts that actually make any money off of me, although you do see a few in this clip, things like quizzes about high paying jobs, among other things. But I tend to ignore them, and I think that I consume this pretty harmlessly. Twitter is mostly just an easy way for me to kill time on my phone, which is pretty much the same reason why I use Instagram, which is the next type of media that I'll be discussing. Instagram is something that I don't use as often because I don't enjoy it as much. I mostly use Instagram to kill time and waste time on my phone, and usually will use it to look at funny pictures, photos of celebrities, or pictures of my friends and family that they're choosing to share. I don't post anything on Instagram, and so I don't use it very often because I don't find it as enjoyable. Ethically speaking, Instagram has some more ethical implications than Twitter in my usage of it. Instagram promotes a very unattainable body type. Right now, a very exaggerated hourglass figure is really common and can distort little girls or young women's images of their body. An example of this would be Kim Kardashian. She has a very exaggerated hourglass figure. Also, Tammy Hembrow. She's a fitness model and claims to have a natural body, but has actually admitted to having plastic surgery. Same with Emily Ratajkowski, who is just extremely thin. Another ethical problem with Instagram is the amount of sponsored posts. These posts are frequently related to weight loss or beauty in some way, and can mislead young viewers into thinking that if they use or purchase these products, that they will look like the celebrities or attain the level of success or beauty that these celebrities have. This is problematic and should not be able to happen as often as it does. The next type of media which I consumed was on YouTube. YouTube videos are something that I use to entertain myself, usually before bed or while I'm working on schoolwork as a distraction for myself. Distracting myself is one of the most common reasons why I used media, which is something that I noticed over the course of the day. In this case, I watched both food videos and beauty videos. The food videos I watched were actually from BuzzFeed, which is what's interesting to me and something that I'd like to discuss in terms of ethical problems that I have with my consumption. A big way that BuzzFeed makes money is by collecting data through surveys and through what you view on a browser while you're consuming their media and selling it to advertisers and using that as targeted advertising information for you and to make money off of you. This is a huge ethical problem for me and I don't agree with it at all. Because of the issues I have with BuzzFeed, it's really interesting for me to note that I still actively choose to consume their products on the media even though I dislike their company and their values. Another website which actively tracks and sells your information and browsing history to make money off of you in terms of advertisements is Facebook. This is another company which I really disagree with ethically, and yet I still choose to consume and use their media products. This is something that's surprising for me to note the frequency that I use these two products because I don't agree with them. Of course, there are ethical implications of all media use and pretty much everything that we do. And I'm not going to delve into every single media consumption that I did because of course there will be ethical implications to all of them. However, I think that because I consume media for fun and for the most part in a very harmless way, that it wouldn't be beneficial for me to stop my consumption or to inhibit my pleasure when in terms of using media for fun and keeping up with family and friends. For those reasons, I think that my media consumption is harmless and doesn't have significant negative ethical implications.